Okay, so beginning our day, and of course there's still the fallout from Katina, cleaning up, putting stuff away, and that's pretty ordinary. Just sort of paying attention to the details of just keeping things neat and tidy, keeping things in their appropriate places. There is an art to keeping on top of that. It's as it happens, especially with a big gathering like this, it can sometimes you can find stuff all over a monastery weeks or months after, and it's ordinary human tendency, but just paying attention to those details of looking after things, and then as Ajahn Yannico just mentioned, the start up with morning, evening pujas again, and that leading up to Katina is very spacious, and these rhythms of life in a monastery. I mean, sometimes things are very spacious, no meetings. Sometimes there's meetings, sometimes there's a lot of people showing up. Sometimes there's not so many. These are rhythms to pay attention to. It's not that one is right and one is wrong, or one is good or one is bad. It's how do we hold it? What do we make of it? Do we sort of delight in no meetings and then get frustrated when there are meetings, or get frustrated when there's no meetings and wait for the meetings to start again? I mean, it's sort of neither here nor there. What's important is we live in a space that's created for paying attention to our own mind, paying attention to our the habits and conditioning that we have, and how do we create suffering, and how do we make a problem of things, and how can we be free from that? Because that's the whole point of the Buddha's teaching, and it comes up in the suttas over and over and over again. The Buddha is sort of saying, I teach only two things, dukkha and the ending of dukkha. And so just to use the circumstances around us, the people that we're living with, and the various rhythms of life that are a part of the monastery for reflection. And that's it's sort of the nature of the teaching of the Buddhas, and it's when we do that recitation of Dhamma, the open-aiko, and it's leading inwards. We have to draw our attention inwards, draw our experience inwards, and be reflecting on how do we live in a way that is actually peaceful and clear, and we sort of like that first line of the chant, may I abide in well-being. It's just really wishing oneself loving kindness and inclining to the Brahma Viharas rather than inclining to dukkha.